Welcome to the Linking Slinkies Podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And me, Al.
Just a couple of mates who thought we were pretty fun in high school and need an excuse to catch up now that we're old dads with busy schedules.
We catch up every week to discuss the good old days as well as what's going on nowadays in our lives. So if you're into rehearsed intros that I can never remember, then this is the podcast for you.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday, 8 a.m. And remember, never try to fix your mate Slinky.
Welcome back, everyone. Episode 11. We made it this far. We made it past the Remembering Project. It was fantastic to look back at some old episodes, but can't look back at the past, mate. Shooting forward.
Shooting for the future. One day we'll be looking back on this podcast, on this episode. Yeah.
Remembering episode 11. What a great one that was. I'm going to put that in at the end as well. How'd your week, mate?
Yeah, pretty good. We've out of lockdown somehow.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like Gladdy just went, fine, fuck yous, go out, see if I care. Because she just opened everything up back to normal.
Yeah.
It was just like, you're not coming out till Christmas. And then I was like, fine, go outside. But if you get sick, it's up to you.
Yeah.
It's like your parents when you want to go out and play after dinner. Like, no, it's too cold.
Yeah.
It's like, if you get sick, it's not my fault.
Yeah. So you're fully out now. Like, so have you just got to wear masks? Or is there
got to wear masks and check in? Wear masks and check in. Like, there's a certain number of restrictions, but it doesn't really affect like a lot of people. Like, it doesn't affect shopping. It doesn't affect, like, it's the one person per 4 square meters, but everything's pretty big. So
yeah, like
it doesn't affect the gym or shopping centers or anything like that. So
that's awesome.
No more than 5 people at your house. Like, I don't want 5 people at my house. So.
Like,
can we keep that rule?
People? Yeah.
Well, Christmas, when we put together Liam's birthday party with hours notice.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Just had everyone at my house. But yeah, what about you, mate?
Not too bad. We actually had a party on the weekend. Not at my house, at someone else's house. It was a dress as your partner party. I misread the invite. I thought it was a partner swap party, but anyway, I still went and got to dress up as a girl. I tell you what, I have. So Relay for Life years ago, I dressed up put on a dress and stuff. That was very funny. Haha, very funny. But this is the first time I've worn a dress in, 10 years in a bra. I don't know how women wear bras every day. They're so uncomfortable. Like, no wonder they get home and like take it off and they're like, because that's like the best feeling in the world. It is so uncomfortable to wear a bra. I don't know how they do it all day. It's ridiculous. Does it feel uncomfortable for them to not wear a bra? Or I don't even know what the point of a bra is. What's the point? Is it to hold them to feel better when they run? I don't even know. Why do they wear it?
I don't know. Is that what I asked?
I'm going to have to research this. Google images. What is the point of a bra, though? It's to hold them up? Does it feel... But, like, doesn't it feel good when they take it off at the end of the day?
Yeah.
So why...
I don't think
I'm sure every guy in the world...
We know enough about.
Every guy in the world is more than happy for every woman right now to take your bra off. More than happy. So you heard it here first. Take your bra off right now, girls, if you're listening.
Yeah.
But it was very...
This week's sponsor is Free the Nipple.
Yeah, Free the Nipple. Yeah, I'm all for that. Anyway, so the party was pretty good, but I kept thinking, have you seen on TikTok or YouTube or whatever where everyone invites... so that everyone teams up one person to come to a party and they say, it's dress as... I don't know, your favorite movie character. And then that one person shows up dressed as a movie character, but everyone else is dressed normal.
Yeah.
So they're stitching up the one guy or whatever. So I've just seen that on TikTok where there was a gender bender party and the guy rocks up in a dress and they're all just laughing at him. I was like, this fucking better not be a prank on me. And when I get there, they're all just laughing. And it pretty much was, right? Not quite. There are like the host of the party, she dressed as her partner, which was really good. Like she had his favorite shirt on and the beard and stuff. But he wore a dress over his normal clothes. That doesn't count, Billy. That does not count, mate. And he didn't shave. He had a beard. He didn't put makeup on, and he just painted his nails.
Yeah. You looked good.
I shaved my head. I shaved not my body. But anyway, I put makeup on. I didn't do my nails and stuff, but I looked fabulous.
Yeah, you looked hot. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Except for the Snapchats of you just lifting your dress up to piss. But
It's so much more convenient to wear a dress to pee. Just lift it up and go. Yeah. But no, it was a pretty good party. There wasn't a heap of people, which I like now at a party. Like I don't enjoy a party where there's so many people, but I drank so much and did some other naughty things, and I still woke up at 6 o'clock for the baby, got her up, gave him baths, fed all the kids, and let my beautiful partner sleep in. So hear that? You're welcome.
Yes,
and I
super dad.
Yeah, super dad. It's that's the thing.
He's
like,
keeping that.
Yeah, if you go out drinking now, you got to be like, well, I better stop now because I've got to get up in 4 hours to look after children, But I think I even got up and I was still like a little, how you're a little bit drunk still? If you stop drinking at 2 o'clock and you wake up at 6, it's like still in your system. So I was still like riding that drunk high, but that was good. It's a good party, mate.
Ever since I turned 25, I feel like I need a week after drinking.
A week to recover, yeah.
Just to recover, yeah. But it's amazing what you can do when you have to.
I've got my tricks. So my tricks are that I've learnt is you have to eat. You just have to eat, whether that's before bed or, at the end of the night, you've got to eat. Mixing drinks is big for me. If I mix my drinks now, like if I'm drinking vodka for half the night, then switch to beer or whatever, that seems to get me worse. So like on Saturday, I just drank vodka. Actually, I had 2 ciders as well. Actually, I had like over half a bottle of vodka and a couple of ciders. But normally mixing drinks is bad. And also electrolytes. So I brought some electrolytes from the chemist. If you just have electrolytes, it's, so much better. Yeah. So there's your tricks.
That's the tip.
Yeah.
I used to go Powerade when I got home, Powerade in the morning.
Yeah.
Or there was this something lazy lemon or something like that. Oh, it was this tablet. And you just have that. And within like an hour or so, you'd be feeling better. Yeah. But there'd be times where I just couldn't get out of bed and it just prolonged for like 24 hours. So you got to get up. You got to have your spew. You got to have the Powerade or electrolytes or whatever it is and get it.
And brush your teeth before bed. Like, don't be so out of it that you just crash. You got to brush your teeth, and even in the morning having a shower. And you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm better.
Yeah. That's good tips. That's good tips. Yeah. And educational podcast. Yeah. Just write your fucking self off though. As long as you brush your teeth, you'll be fine. Stomach pumped. Yeah. Stomach pumped. Excuse me, doctor. Yeah, just give me my toothbrush and I'll be fine. Oh, mate, it's spring. Hey, the weather's warming
it's beautiful.
Up. But classic Tamworth style. So it was summer merely hours ago. It was like summer where everyone was in shorts and singlets. Yeah. And then the next day it's snowing half an hour away from here. So like summer, then winter in a matter of hours.
It's almost like climate change is real or something.
Yeah. Or it's like someone's just fucking with the dial upstairs, just going, oh no, I'm a bit hot now. Let's just turn this way down. But with spring comes swoopy birds,
swoopy boys,
and swoopy birds, sweeping birds. You know, magpies and shit.
Swoopy boys.
So going out for a walk, you've got to be on high alert. You know, just like 360 degree, looking around. You get all those people with helmets and stuff
with the cable ties on them.
Cable ties and
stuff. Do they work?
But I don't know. But I had this conversation the other day. Is I feel like I just wish I could talk to birds and just tell them like I don't want your fucking kids.
Yeah,
I'm just walking past. I don't want anything to do with your kids. I just want to walk past. What about me looks like I'm going to climb that 15-meter tree and steal your kids?
Yeah,
like I'm just walking past. Like, am I that much of a threat? I'm 20 meters away. I'm not even looking at you.
Yeah, I feel
that'd be like me sitting in home just chasing everyone with a baseball bat that walks past my house. I don't do that. Grow up.
I feel like 2 million years ago, one magpie, like one caveman was walking past and just like smashed the eggs. Now it's like the whole heritage lineage of magpies is like all humans are a threat. Ridiculous. Get over it. Magpies, if you're listening, come on. Yeah. Who wants to eat a magpie egg anyway?
Doesn't sound great, does it?
No, they're probably not that bad. How different could it be? Right? Fry it up, put some butter and salt and pepper on that.
But yeah, today's a really good day. Today we got the dishwasher fixed. It's been months. This dishwasher
has
given me help. It flooded our kitchen like 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah, I've had that happen.
And so like a Saturday night, I was just about to sit down and relax with some dessert, and I went to the kitchen and the kitchen was just flooded. And we're like, so we had to wait a couple of weeks to get a tech, and then lockdown, the tech got cancelled. So it was, I've never been so happy to see the guy. I wanted to hug him. I've been washing up like a peasant ever since. And I hate washing up. I don't mind washing up. I hate wiping up. So like we'll do it every sort of second night. And I just have a tantrum. Have a tantrum.
Yeah. So we had that happen to our dishwasher as well. Like last week, it didn't flood though, but it wouldn't clear the water from the bottom. I think a bit of food got stuck in the pipe. So I had to wash for 2 days by hand. I wanted to get on Fiverr or Gumtree and be like, looking for dishwasher, will pay $20 a sink. I cannot stand washing up. I'm so privileged now to have a dishwasher. But we washed up by hand all growing up. We didn't have a dishwasher at home until we moved out. My parents brought a dishwasher. When we moved out, my parents are like, "Oh, the dishwasher's moved out. Time to buy a real one." Ridiculous.
Classic joke. Yeah. I think we need to do an episode on like the worst jokes, and that's going to be on there. I need a dishwasher. Why? I got you.
Yeah. I can't stand that. But no, I feel I'm with you 100%. How long was it broken?
Like 2 months.
Oh, mate.
So
you should have just YouTubed how to fix dishwashers and done an online plumbing course. I would rather do that than wash up dishes.
Yeah. I did YouTube it and I looked at it, but I couldn't find the brand. But they're all similar, and I'm just like, no, I'll pull this out. I'll do some damage. And I'll have to buy a new one. Yeah. But to be fair, I went to Good Guys and started looking to buy one. Like when they said like lockdown, we have to cancel. I went to Good Guys and looked around, just going, all right, I'm just going to buy one. Like, wow. I don't care. I don't want to do it.
So what was
it makes
wrong?
me sound privileged, but same thing, just flooded, but I wouldn't, it was clearing, but the error just needed to be kind of reset.
Yeah.
So like there was after 2 months, the water had all dried up, but the error just needed resetting and descaling and stuff. So yeah, the guy said it should be fine now.
Was that under warranty?
No, it's been a few years now.
So how much did that cost?
I don't care.
Yeah,
he hasn't given me an invoice yet.
Whatever it is, mate. Blank check.
Just whatever it is. Put something in there for yourself as well. I don't care. As long as when I call you, you turn up.
Did you just run it empty this morning just to hear it and feel it?
When he turned it on, I melted at the knees a bit. It's like, he's like, and he was like a real dishwasher whisperer. Like he's right up next to the pipe. He's like, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, no, it's got a good clear. It doesn't sound gurgly or anything. Like fucking dishwasher whisperer here. You're my boy, man. You're my boy. That's what I want. I like someone who knows their trade really well. Like, and is passionate about their job. I love that.
Because a lot of people, I do think, especially with guys, if you're getting a tradie around your house, it can be a bit like demasculating, whatever that word is, like makes you not feel like a man a bit. Because especially if it's something, changing a light bulb or whatever, I don't know, fixing up a light switch that you'd like, oh yeah, I tried this, mate, but it bloody didn't work, eh? Oh yeah, and they just come in and like screw it, and you're like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that one, mate. But I loosened it for you, mate. Yeah, I'll loosen it for you, mate. I love tradies. They're doing a good job. I'm glad there's plumbers in this world and electricians. That's like the the bread and butter of society. If we imagine tomorrow, if all your toilets break, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Shit outside? No, you're going to call a plumber. Thank you, plumbers. Like, or
plumbers.
roof tilers. Like, that's a hard job. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. I think there's people have jobs for a reason. So I don't have to be a jack of all trades. I can be really good at what I do. They can be really good at what they do. And when they need me and I need them, we exchange services. That's like, why should I have to be half decent at all these different things? It's like trying to chase 2 rabbits and catching none. Chase 1 rabbit.
That's a good motivational quote, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm on fire. But it's also haircut day.
Haircut day. What?
Haircut day. Well, basically, it's just the beard. But I get I found a new barber. Yeah, beard cut day. I found a new barber. He gives me a head massage. He gives me a hot towel. Like, there's nothing better than a hot towel. And trims the beard up. Gives me a little fade from the head into the beard. I just can't do it. I have my trimmer and I keep stuff neat. But there's nothing like a fade and a hot towel. Like, hot towel yourself and see what you think. It's shit. Get someone else to hot towel you. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they shave my head with a cutthroat. I wouldn't trust myself with a cutthroat. I barely trust myself with the anti-cutting razor that I have.
Do they actually cut your hair better?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like a nice close shave.
I've never had it done.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's get a cutthroat on your head so it's bald, and a hot towel if you find the right barber, and it's heaven.
All I do now is I hate getting my hair cut. Like, I haven't been to a hairdresser for, I don't know, maybe 7 years, maybe 8 years. I just let it grow and then just clipper it off, and then just let it grow and clipper it off, sort of thing. I just can't stand go to a hairdresser, but maybe a barber. That's what I need to try.
I'm not keen on the barber. I'm not keen on the hairdresser, just like all the shit you would talk. But barbers, like, my barber either doesn't talk, or when he does talk, it's like about something cool.
Is it like Uber where you can prefer, like, how in Uber you can select, I don't want to talk to you, don't talk to me? Can you do that with your barber?
They just pick up what you're putting down. Like, sometimes, like, in the mirror, I just watch the extreme sports, which is on sometimes. So I just do that. But sometimes we just have a good chat about something. But I much prefer the barber. I do miss when I had hair going to the hairdresser, because I'd give it a good wash and massage and, all that kind of stuff. I didn't mind that. But not anymore. I still get asked, what do I want done today? But
do they go, what do you want up top? It's like, just a bit off the top. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting a perm.
Yeah. So does he actually massage your head?
Yeah. Stimulates the head fiber, the hair follicles.
Okay. Does it feel good?
Yeah. You ever had a head massage?
Not from another man.
Oh, I don't care, mate. You're missing out.
Okay.
A hand's a hand. There's no reproductive system on the hand. It stops at the wrist, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't care, mate. It's a head massage is a head massage. I love it. But mate, it's a good day. It's a good day.
Nice. I'm going to go in try a barber now. Bit of sad news, mate. One of my favorite comics, Norm Macdonald, actually died. Do you know who Norm Macdonald is?
Is that the guy in Adam Sandler movies?
Yeah. He actually died yesterday, since we're recording this. But I thought I'd just bring it up on the podcast because I love Norm Macdonald. He was so funny. There's some clips on. He does my favorite, like, late. What are they called? Late night talk show hosts, whatever those shows are. He has my favorite one of all time on there, and it's a joke about a moth. So if you're listening, just YouTube Norm Macdonald moth joke or something. It's on Conan O'Brien. It's the best. He was a bit off center, sort of. He wasn't the average normal sort of stand-up. Like, if you watch him, a lot of times it's hard to sort of get his humor at first. He's not white, but he's every stand-up comic's like favorite stand-up comic. I love Norm Macdonald. So rest in peace, Norm. Big shout out to you wherever you are in the great cosmos now. And look up some Norm Macdonald clips tonight, Because you know how you just go down those rabbit holes on YouTube of like your favorite stand-up or whatever. Norm Macdonald was one of those. It's very sad. Rest in peace, Norm.
R.I.P. Norm. I like Norm.
The other thing I was looking at, mate, is I love supplements, right? I love supplements. I can't get enough supplements in my life to try and make me feel like a real man or whatever it is. So whenever I'm looking up supplements, I'm always looking at studies. I'm like, I've got to check if this is fish oil actually good for you, and you go through all the studies and stuff. But I noticed that a lot of studies always obviously use mice sort of thing. But how similar are we to mice? Like, why do we always use mice in the studies? I get that they're cheap and you can chop off their head and it's ethical or whatever. You can't actually do that to a person. But how often does a mice study translate into a person? Because you look at some of these new, I don't know, bodybuilding supplements or whatever, and they're like, we tested 50 mice and they gained 1 gram of muscle and stuff. But how does that translate to a person? What if they just invented mice steroids and you're taking mice steroids, but they don't even affect you? I don't understand it.
Well, let's be honest. Most supplements do fuck all anyway.
Yeah.
It's a 100% a placebo effect.
Yeah.
There's very few supplements: creatine, protein, caffeine. A few others, but most supplements are full of shit.
Yeah.
But in terms of, and the reason they're full of shit is because our body already produces those chemicals. So they know, like, having more of them doesn't do anything. Our body already produces it. But a lot of them, having a flavor and caffeine in it, you get that boost. You get that bit of a boost. You get a bit of a buzz. So therefore, you feel like it's doing something. In terms of mice, I don't. That's a good question. I don't actually know. I think it's. I trust that they've worked out a way to translate it to humans. I don't know what it is though.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because if you look on their, let's just say it was a like a Psalms or whatever, and you're looking on the website and it's like, you will lose fat, you will gain muscle, and then you look at the study and it's all done on 4 mice. It's like, well, okay, what?
Yeah,
all right.
So that's why I like examine.com's a good website to go through to actually read studies on stuff that has been tested on humans in a controlled environment and stuff like that. But the biggest mistake is people always just read the heading of the study and make an assumption based on that, and not actually, it's like, oh, this helps you gain muscle. And then exactly as you said, you read the details of the study and it's, out of 10 people, 2 people gain muscle.
Yeah.
But the title of the study says this will help you gain muscle. It's like, but 8 people didn't.
A lot of time too with the testosterone ones, because I've tried every fucking testosterone supplement there is. It's a straight up test, and it always improves testosterone in men, but like men that are either mid or low range in their testosterone already. So it brings them up to a higher range, but it's not like taking steroids or testosterone. It just like brings you up to baseline.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They claim that they gain 200% or whatever, and they're just bringing up to normal sort of thing within range.
Yeah, but even like in terms of the testosterone, like there's a huge gap between normal testosterone and then enough testosterone to improve muscle size.
Yeah,
so
they call it like free test or something.
Yeah, so like if you have low testosterone, like you probably shouldn't be taking an over-the-counter testosterone supplement. You should probably go to your doctor and like get that checked out, and the chances are your testosterone is probably fine. But testosterone needs to then bind to protein to then improve muscle mass. So there's a huge like gap and a huge ratio to where like more testosterone won't necessarily help you build more muscle until you get over a certain threshold, which will allow you to recover and perform better to then put on more muscle mass. So like there's no legal supplement that I know of to give you enough of that to get that effect. So really, as you said, it's just, they'll give you a baseline, but you're probably better off going to a doctor and getting a better treatment. Like most of the clients that I've had testosterone issues from a doctor, we've just got them sleeping better and their testosterone went back to normal.
Yeah.
Sleeping better and training better, and testosterone went back naturally.
Have you ever got yours tested?
A while ago. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, I didn't worry about it. But I've had 2 clients, they're shift workers, and had some testosterone issues. So we put in some like sleep measurements for them, like, you must get this amount of sleep, you must go to bed at this time, wake up at this time consistently, and then we just matched that with their training, like gave it enough stimulus that they could recover from still. We retested in, I think it was 3 months, and testosterone was back to normal, like mid-range, so it was sweet. But like, there's no doubt that some of those supplements can help. It's just I'd go to your doctor before going to a supplement store and talking to Nancy, who, like, she's in retail, like she doesn't know anything about nutritional supplements.
Yeah, so I had mine tested a few years ago and it was fine. It was within range and stuff. That was fine. And then a couple of years ago, I wanted to have it tested again because I was having symptoms of low testosterone and feeling like shit and stuff. And I was like, go to the doctor. I'm like, can I please, just have this tested? And the doctor's like, nah. I'm like, why not? And he goes, it cost a lot of money. I'm like, do I have to pay for it? And he goes, no, but the Medicare or whatever have to pay for it. And I was like, are you serious, mate? Like, you're not paying for it, but it's costing the government money to have my blood test hormones done. And he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So fuck GPs.
Go to another doctor? Like, if you want your bloods tested, get your...
I ended up going to another doctor. I've had some really bad doctors over the years. But basically, would you ever take, as you get older, would you take testosterone if it got lower?
If it was at a point where it was like affecting stuff, probably. But as I said, like, a lot of the basics already work. It's just like our society just wants that instant thing. And sometimes, like, for you with a dad of 3 girls, like, you don't have time to prioritize your sleep. So that might not be an option. So that's where a supplement could be useful for you. Like, if you have to go to bed early, you have to get up, you have to go to bed late, you have to get up early. Yeah. There's nothing that you can do about that. Then that's where a supplement, could benefit you. But the first thing would be get the test done.
Yeah.
Improve the basics. Done. Get blood work done, get the basics, and then seek supplement advice.
Yeah, I wish. But I've tried so much stuff. Like, I've tried really every supplement there is, sort of thing. But I'm going to do it when I'm older. Because you just naturally stop producing as much as it declines as you get. It's just a fact of life. But you talk about it to some people and they're like, oh, you're doing steroids. They're going to shrink your dick. It doesn't shrink your dick. It may shrink your balls. But who wants big balls anyway? Why would you want big balls? What's the point of having big balls anyway if you got no testosterone anyway? So take steroid. Here, if you're listening, kids, take steroids. Screw the government. Do whatever you want.
I think that, I agree. Like, those supplements are there for a reason if you need them and there's no other option. Because the other thing then is, like, it is possible for your body to, start producing it again. But if you're heavily reliant on the supplements, the body just kind of starts turning that off. Where it's just like, all right, I'm getting this. I don't need to produce it anymore.
Yeah.
I won't worry about working to do it. Yep. So I think the stuff, needs to be carefully prescribed and planned out because it can have some shitty effects.
Yeah. Just get a good doctor.
Yeah.
Where would I get a good doctor that would give me testosterone?
I think Chad at the local World Gym, he should be able to help.
Out the back.
At the back. He should be the guy with the yellow bum bag and short shorts.
Yeah. I don't want to take trim or anything.
Hey, Chad, I'm Alex. I spoke to you on the phone. Hey, what's up, Al? You for the stuff?
But you sort of forget what it was like to be a younger guy too. When I was younger and those test levels were a lot higher, it was a bit different sort of thing. Like, you were ready to go any second sort of thing. I think you just feel better like when you're younger, because you hear men in their even like 40s and 50s as they start to reach that age. And then I've heard stories where they're just supplementing with testosterone to get them to back to baseline level. They're like, whoa, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. Like I feel like a young guy again. It can take them back to that level. So that's why as I get older, I'm going to monitor that and I want to try that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. Yes. Yeah. So do drugs, kids. We got an email, mate. We were talking about IT support and how much you love them.
Mm-hmm.
So we got an email from a loyal listener, G. Pentus. It says, in the December, after I finished year 12, I turned 18. I was at home looking for jobs and got a call from a telemarketer. He was trying to sell life insurance and needed to know if I was over 18. I couldn't handle the pressure and just lied. He called me on it and screamed down the phone, "Fuck you, you probably have more chest hair than me," and hung up. Welcome to 18 me. Not really IT, but I also realized halfway through writing. So it's to let know now. What? It's writing, so it's to let know now. I don't know what that means. Okay, but anyway, there you go.
I'm just writing to let you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Okay on that. Yeah. So I'm sure we've all dealt with telemarketers before. So it was more of a telemarketer call, but it'd be awesome to hear some telemarketer calls. What do you normally do when a telemarketer calls you?
When I was younger at home,
Yeah,
living with my parents, I'd let them go because I just felt like I had a friend. I'd just talk to them and just hear them out, like let them practice their pitch, and then I'd be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm only 9, man. I can't make these type of decisions." But I'd be like, "Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, the Blender 3000. Ooh, that sounds good." Or like buying a house or something like that. And then at the end of this, like, so how does that sound to you? You ready to sign on the dot? No, man, I'm 9.
Yeah.
And but yeah, now I just don't have time for it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just, as soon as I hear them, I'm just like, look, man, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah. I used to do the thing where they say, is blah 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 home, or they ask for the parents, or they, I'll just say, oh, I'm just gonna get my parents, and I'll just leave the phone down and just sort of waste like a couple of minutes of their time, sort of thing. Or I've wasted their time and stuff. But you're right. Nowadays, I just don't have time. They just call and it's like, nah, no thanks, bye.
I had a day, I injured myself. So I was at home and like I was on painkillers and stuff. And there was a like a knock at the door, and it took so much for me to get up, but I thought it was something else. I went to the door, and there's this, he said he's a monk, but he had like a bucket hat, a Hawaiian shirt and shorts on. And he had these books. And he's like, "Hey, we're from the monk thing. I'm just here to give you this free book." I'm like, "Oh, okay. What's it about?" And he's like, "Oh, the book's just about, meditation and, Buddhism and all this sort of stuff." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Look, I probably won't read it. Like, is there a movie about it? I'll watch that." And I was in a world of pain. So like, I didn't have much patience.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Oh, no. Look, it's free. Let me read you a bit." And that's why I'm like, "Oh, mate, look, I'm in a lot of pain. I need to go lay back down." Like I was just about to lay down. He's like, "Oh, it'll only take a second." And he started to read something, and then it sounded shit. So I'm just like, "Man, look, I got to go. This isn't a good time." And then he's just like, "But it's a free book." I'm like, yeah, but I'd give it to someone else. And then he said, "Look, it'll only cost you $10 for the printing." Like, but that's no longer a free book now, is it? So I shut the door.
That doesn't sound very monk-like. Are you sure he was a monk?
Yeah, that was just weird. Like telling me this is a free book, and then when, like, was he going to wait for me to go, "Yeah, sure, I'll have a free book," and then he goes, "Oh, but it's $10."
Are you sure you didn't overdose on codeine and you just imagined that?
It's a weird trip, but possible.
Yeah. A monk at your front door that wants to sell you a book?
It was a free book, but it was $10.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to get so the book was free, but the printing costs were not. That's how he separated it. So look, here's this free car, but the labor costs about 40 grand. So it's going to cost you about 40 grand.
Yeah.
It's like, what? But I was also afraid to say no in case he like karate chop me or something. But
he's a monk. He's
shut the
supposed to be
door.
peaceful. That reminds me of like the fundraiser people in the middle of the shopping centers. God damn it, damn Americans, shopping centers. How they're trying to raise money, and they're the worst type of people. It's always, or it used to always be backpackers that would stand in the middle of the mall and they would get the hottest chicks and the hottest guys. And as you're walking past, they would just go, hey, buddy, what are you shopping for today? And then you feel like, oh, just getting some porno mags and some mincemeat, thanks. And be like, cool, I like mincemeat. Hey, did you know that kids in Africa can't eat mincemeat? Would you like to donate $5 a month? Like, they're the worst people in the middle. I always try and avoid them now. They know how to get people because they don't start with, hey, would you like to blah, blah, blah. They start with this casual conversation trying to get to your friend. But I have good word. A friend of a friend used to do that, and he was a backpacker for, I won't say the name, one of the big ones that has a yellow flower on them. He was collecting donations. He would get a high percentage of all those donations. And if he signed them up for the ongoing monthly donations, he would get a commission from those ongoing monthly charities. That's why I just can't give to charity anymore, because I know that such a large percentage of that will be on administration fees. The charity, you have to research your charities before you just give them money, because such a high percentage of it actually isn't going to the actual people in need, because there's so much administration fees that need to do it. It's ridiculous. But even your friends on Facebook now, I've noticed, not your friends, people in general, I feel bad when they're like, for my birthday, instead of getting gifts, I'd like to raise money for the Hippy Dippy Jippy Fund. Can you please donate? I feel so bad because they always write like, I just want to raise like $1,000. I'm like, mate, like 12 people on Facebook. How are you going to raise $1,000 for your fundraiser thing on here? It's just insane.
How much did you think I was spending on your birthday, man?
Yeah. Well, if just 10 people gave $100, who spends $100 on a birthday present for a friend?
And I was getting you the traditional favorites box in the Woolies shopping on the way out,
and maybe
because I just remember.
Yeah.
That message popped up for my birthday, and I chose to receive presents instead.
And good choice. It's not that I'm against charity. I'm all for helping people, but go help people that need the help. Don't just spend money on a random charity.
Yeah. Well, like 364 days of the year, I'm thinking about other people. The birthday's my day.
Yeah, it's my day. I agree.
Let's see how much hate I get for that. No, it's my day. Yeah. I stand by it.
I get where they're coming from. And if you're listening and you have done that, like, I'm sure you are 100% doing it all in good faith and just asking for that. But don't ask for like $1,000. Ask for maybe $100.
I'm not saying you're a bad person. You're a good person. You're a better person than what we are. And
much better.
It's just, I wouldn't do that.
God,
and
no.
I also probably wouldn't donate to it too.
No, I'm not for giving for charity. I'm all for helping people in need.
But I like giving blood, or like mental health services, or talking to someone that needs help, or all that kind of stuff. Paying it forward, like at a cafe, or
donate the food. At
someone struggling with their grocery, donating food and stuff like that at Christmas, all that kind of stuff. But that's about as far as it goes.
I agree, mate. Okay, so this episode, we got a good one. So everyone listening, we thought we're not getting any younger. We talk about every bloody podcast that we're getting old. So we thought for this episode, we could actually write each other's funeral speeches. So before we get into this, mate, I need you to promise, if I die before you have to read whatever you wrote at my funeral verbatim. You have to read it at my funeral if I die before you. And if you die before me, I will read this verbatim at your funeral. Deal?
Yeah. Deal. Also, can I make changes?
No.
I don't mean take anything out. I can add things.
Oh, you can add as much as you want. Yeah. But you can't change.
But we can't take anything out. Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't matter who's there or what.
Yeah.
You have to put it
I just want to be clear that Dillo forgot the homework this week.
Yeah, when to write this?
And wrote this as we were recording the podcast. Like the start of it, setting it up. Whereas
like
Alex has been writing it for 2 weeks.
At school, I would do the homework the class before or the free period before the class. I would just write that homework. That reminds me of a story where we wrote the speech for the English class. But anyway, we'll save that for another pod. So do you want to go first or me?
I feel like you need to go first and set the standard.
Okay. So this is my funeral. Are they called eulogies? That's it?
Eulogy. Yeah.
Okay. For Dylan, this is what I'm going to read out verbatim when you die soon. Hopefully not.
I'm nervous.
All right. Hold on. Let me just sip on my sugar-free Kirk's sugar-free Passiona. Good shit. Sponsor us, Kirk's. Okay. Here lay Dylan L.T. Howison, born boy, uncircumcised, inbred, loved by some. Howie was a kind man, gentle at heart and hard in penis. He wasn't a smart man, nor an intelligent man, nor a bright man, nor a sharp man, nor a quick-witted man, but he was a man. I first met Howie at a Christian disco where he asked me what my unimpressive superpower would be. I knew he was slightly mentally challenged and I could help him. He followed me home and we fell in love. Eventually, our love was not accepted in the eyes of sweet baby Jesus and we kept our love a secret. We obtained girlfriends as a front and continued our forbidden love. One day, in the Bahamas, he fell pregnant with my seed. But we knew we needed to terminate the pregnancy as our families would disown us. To this day, I regret this and dream of what our child would have been like. Eventually, he had a real kid with someone. I don't recall the details. It was too painful. We started a podcast to avoid couples therapy, and things were good. Good until that one fateful day at the dildo factory. Howie's eyes were always bigger than his anus. And, well, ultimately, that was his downfall. Sorry, I'm crying, not laughing. Please don't feel sad today. Remember the beautiful man that he was and remember all that he was. Pray for him, love him, worship him. Just please don't forget Dylan Luke Thomas Howison. And then I'm going to get a standing ovation at your funeral.
Do they clap at funerals?
Yeah, they do. Well, after that. What'd you think of that?
I didn't know we could make... I thought that was really good. Yeah. I thought that was... It sounds exactly how I would die, too.
That's what happened. That's our story.
Yeah, that's exact word for word. Yeah, I didn't know we could make it up.
I just said write the funeral speech.
I've been off true events.
Oh, well. But that's what I want everyone to think that was true. Not that they would think that's true, but I hope you're like somebody distant in your family sitting there just like, the fuck? What the fuck?
I was actually booked in for the dildo factory in 2 weeks from now. I don't think I'll go.
Don't do it, man. It's cursed now.
to sign. How am I meant to top that?
You are. All right, you're up, mate. All right, Howie's funeral speech. All right, do you want me to lay down? Pretend I'm dead.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Dylan, and I am the best friend of Alex. Alex James Brandon, because we can't say his other name. Firstly, I just want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone that traveled. Can't see Alex right now, but he's shaking his head and just pissed off. Okay, Alex, what can I say? I always thought I would die first and I didn't have to do this. But I always remember the time your brother broke your hand kicking a soccer ball at it. I'll always remember the time we became the coolest kids at Kids Zone Ball Pit. I'll always remember the sleepovers we had where you would wake me just to tell me the time. I would remember the time you tried to convince you I was Jesus, but you started to cry. I remember the time you let me break your slinky. But most of all, I'll always remember the time we hugged for ages at the Impy. I'll always remember the time of our Brisbane trips recruiting people for Guitar Hero. I'll always remember our uncontrollable laughs, our games of hacky sack soccer in the lounge room, our trips to Macca's where we would play for hours, then convince our parents to let us go back to each other's house to play some more, and to be tired. Oh, another time, kids, another time. I remember all your dogs and the time you tried to eat their shit as babies. I'll miss you, Al, but I'm keen to see what you left me in the inheritance. P.S. I convinced everyone to let it be an open coffin, and I thought it'd be funny if I propped up your pants so it looks like you have a raging erection. P.P.S. I've also replaced you on the podcast. His name is Harold. He's 4'6", and he plays the flute. We're recording in his mum's basement next week. Please come back. Cheers, LT bra.
That was actually legit good. I didn't realize you would do like legit stuff. That was good.
You said write a eulogy.
Well, I just thought it'd be funny to make shit up. And then you're like,
you said write a story.
That was actually good. I almost started legit crying then.
No, you are crying. I can see it.
That was
You're
really
leaking
good,
from
mate.
your eyes and nipples.
That was very good, man. I like that.
Thanks, mate. What was your favorite part?
The actual real memories that I forgot about, playing the handball game in the lounge room.
We would play that for hours.
Yeah, I love that game.
So you saw me write that just minutes ago. I have this talent of being able to write stuff on the spot, and so do you. And that's how we would do our English speeches. Whilst everyone else is talking, we would just jot points down on palm cards and go, "Oh, that's a good point," and then we'd just get up there and wing it.
Well, I might as well tell the story now. Yeah, that when we had the English speech, I think it was year 11 or year 12, I wrote this speech. I swear it was the free period before, but so when we did a speech at school, it had to be like a certain amount, had to be 2 or 3 minutes, whatever. And I teed it up with you beforehand I'm going to put gaps in, and I need you to do things. Anyway, so I get up there and I had this piece of paper. I had only written 1 page length, and I knew I needed to spread it out. I think it was about like 2, maybe 3 minutes. So I started to read. I didn't even read the book or whatever the stupid speech was about. I think it was To Kill a Mockingbird or whatever. Yeah. Whatever. And I get up there and I start reading my speech, and then I put a joke in, and I'm reading and I go, and therefore To Kill a Mockingbird doesn't actually have mockingbirds in it. And then I read out, hold for applause, and then hold for applause, and you go that, and I'm like, stretch it out because I need 2 minutes. So you stretch that out, and then my last trick was I got to the bottom of the page, so I was going, and in this book it taught us that man needs to be, and then I flipped my page over. I was like, oh, not there. And I flipped it over again. Like I'm doing this very slow as I could. And then on the back, I just wrote, good, the end.
I remember like giving you signals to tell you what time you're at. And and the pauses were like 5 or 6 awkward seconds. 5 or 6 seconds staring at the front pausing is a really long time. But you got marked on eye contact and like, pausing and stuff like that. And then I'd give you a cue to start to it. Yeah, we made it. I think you're bang on time.
Yeah, I think our English teacher just knew what was going on. He just liked us enough to actually give us a good mark. That was good. I remember writing that. I'm going to write hold for applause, but actually read out hold for applause. or hold for laughter.
I thought it was hold for laughter.
Yeah, sorry, not applause. Hold for applause. Laughter, and then hold for laughter, and you go ha 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 ha. Just dumb English speech. That was good practice. We should have done drama class. I wish we did drama. at school.
Yeah. We did it we did that little bit and then we stopped. Like in English, there was that bit of drama that we did and we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now I think we chose a free period instead. I remember talking about doing drama and then it was like, I just prefer a free period, so we just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
I enjoy public speaking now. It gives me an opportunity to like practice stuff. So like I've mentioned before, I was an MC at a wedding. I've been almost done speeches at some weddings. I've done like a bit of public speaking, but for my job as well, I do some training, which is public speaking. But I sort of look forward to it. Like I get nervous and it's nerve wracking, but it's sort of exciting.
Yeah.
You can make it good. You can make it funny. You can like play with it. You can play off the audience and stuff. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy doing, like, I still get nervous and stuff, but like I enjoy doing workshops and, educating people on the shit I know and, talking to them and stuff like that. Like, that's all right. You've done some stand up too. Like, so
I've done stand up.
If you've done stand up, I reckon you could get up in front of anyone, I think.
Oh yeah. Stand up's a whole nother ball game.
But I was giggling a lot when I just put PS about, I convinced everyone for an open coffin.
Yeah.
And I just pictured you laying in this coffin, open coffin. I've just propped your pants up and everyone just has to look whilst this whole thing was going on. You're just going to rage.
You have to do it now. You said it.
Genius. All right.
I'd love
that. I got to go to the dildo factory then. Oh no. Brilliant. I like that, mate. That was good.
That was good. And we'd like to hear. No, mate. I would like to hear listeners though write a better funeral speech for Howie or I, if you could. That would be better. That can top that.
Top it. Yeah.
Top that.
So many people are getting involved. Like, thank you to everyone that's on social and sending us in emails and people that just, I see them downtown and they mention the podcast and how much they're enjoying it and stuff. I feel famous.
You're famous.
I'm just like, also, I'm really sorry you wasted an hour of your week, but they loved it. And
wait until we're on Joe Rogan, mate.
Yeah, it's taken off, mate. It's taking off. Yeah, let us do the settings for the microphone, Joe. Like, we know what we're doing now. Like, we use Audacity, mate. What do you use? He's just spent thousands of dollars on this software, and we've just LimeWired it. Great, good episode, mate. I love it. I can't wait for it to come out.
Thanks for listening to the Linking Slinkies podcast, and as always,
never try to fix your mate Slinky.
Good night.